Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my second channel. Welcome back to Jack in the Books. This evening, I need to tidy up my home library because there's books all over the floor. There's books all over my desk. I was filming today, so there were just little stacks of books kind of everywhere. And I was thinking, since I need to tidy anyway, why not film it and bring you guys along with me? And I'll show you kind of how I reorganize this. I've tried to be good with this, where when I take books out and film with them, I immediately put them back, but I let it slip. And you know that thing where once you let it slip once, you just let it slip every single time because the mess has started. So definitely have to get better at that. But the damage is done, and so now we have to fix it. I also brought back a bunch of books from New York. So I have like 4 more stacks, so many stacks. Okay, I will say very, very soon, I am going to be doing a video where I remove these doors and make that another shelf on the bookshelves. I'm also thinking about potentially having a book nook in my living room. And the way I think I'm going to utilize that is by removing all of the self-help books and non-fiction books from these shelves. That would be like removing 5 shelves worth of books and moving them into the living room. So then that would make 5 shelves worth of space for these. First and foremost, let's light some candles and make the vibes great. Candles, always a great combination when you're dealing with things made entirely of paper. Literally, this might be the most flammable room on YouTube, but yeah, we need to light a candle up in here. I'm also waiting for my laundry to be done. It's very, very domestic evening. So this is sort of a way of killing some time also while my laundry is finishing. Okay, firstly, let's clear that little area over there. No, candles first. I got these matches at the market at Cold Drops Yard. Oh, they have lots of very sweet designs, but I kind of liked that it was a matchbox you could keep lying around. And then this candle is from Marlin and Goetz. This one is the bergamot one. It smells so good. And then we're also just gonna light these tea lights over here. Okay. My God, that was a close call. We really maximized that match. I love these candles. They also do like a strawberry one, and I think that one over there is the cannabis one or dark rum, but they smell so good. And now that we have some candle action going on, first step is to tidy that little space over there, because I usually keep this on my desk, but I had to make space today for the ring light. Okay, now we have this looking nice, and this looking nice, and then this. Now this is a mess. So this is the next part of the operation, is to get those books back on those shelves. Okay, the microphone is attached to me, so I can go hands-free. This right here is my February TBR, so I need to put that to one side. I know I just put the chair back, but we need that gone. Sarah Pascoe, Weirdo. That book belongs up here. Kylie Reid, Come and Get It. That book goes at the top with the hardbacks. Enlightenment had a little space over here. Okay, let's try not to set myself on fire. Those are a little densely packed. Then we have 2 romance books. These go on here on the romance shelf. More Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. This can go alongside Days at the Morisaki Bookshop, which is here with all of my Japanese literature. Cold Nights of Childhood is translated from Turkish. Alone with You in the Ether. There's a space for that at the top. Americana came from in here with all of my kind of modern classics. I have all of my Chimamanda books here. Self-help short story collection. Those are all here. Lie With Me, that goes on this shelf just here. Quite satisfying to do this, actually, I have to say. I have all of my And Other Stories books here. This fits so neatly. That's so satisfying. Graveyard Shift, this is from my horror collection right here. Short horror. And it was a horror to read. This book is called Gillian. It goes alongside the other Halle Butler book I have, which is just here. True Biz, I remember being right in between these 2 stacks. I couldn't find it for ages. And then it kind of just appeared to me between 2 stacks of books, like curtains, presenting itself where I needed it. As in, like, I was filming a book review of that book. Oh, we have 2 non-fiction books, Risk Required and Doppelganger. Those 2 go over there. I have 2 blind dates with a book that I was given for Christmas. I'm keeping these to one side because I want to film a video about these and react to them on camera. Also, I was sent this book. Did you know Pippi Longstocking? I did a talk at Gothenburg Book Fair earlier this year, and I was asking everyone, like, what is the big Swedish book? And they were like, it's Pippi Longstocking. And so Bonnier, the publishers, sent me this copy. It just arrived a couple of days ago. It doesn't really fit like on the shelves. So I don't really know where it should go. I don't know where this one should live, but I will find a place for it. Right now, it might have to go in a drawer. Oh my goodness, I have to show you this. This is Black Butterflies by Priscilla Morris. I mentioned this book in my video on books I think will be classics in the future. And Priscilla Morris saw that video and that I'd included her book, and she sent me a copy that is signed and personalized. That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. So I will be keeping that forever and ever and ever. It's gonna go right here. The coin I have like 5 pages left of, so this needs to go by my bedside. Antonia, a novel. Is this translated? If it is, it needs to go. It is from Portuguese. Okay, that needs to go with the translated European books. I'm gonna go just there. Slightly too tall for that shelf. Sometimes they're deceptive. Oh, this one I was given when I was in Indonesia. This Earth of Mankind, a classic of Indonesian literature. Oh, it's got a note in the front. Jack, I hope you enjoy this classic of Indonesian literature. A book fan from Indonesia, Bali. Oh, I have another Indonesian book, Birth Canal. I'm going to put them side by side. The Deloriad, beautiful cover. That's going to go in there. Oh, they're Monstrous Hearts by Ian. I actually blurbed this book, coming out in 2025. That's going with my horror. Yeah, that's so cool. Seeing your friends achieve their dreams. There is nothing quite like it. We've got 2 kind of modern classics here. Under the Net by Iris Murdoch. Gorgeous, gorgeous edition. And Tropic of Cancer by Henry Miller. As you can see, a lot of my Penguin modern classics are here. Welcome to the collection. And then Iris is going to go in there. The collected poems of Sylvia Plath. That is going to go over here with my poetry. More poetry right here. Oh, Samuel Johnson, The Major Works. That is from up here. Sheila Hetty's Alphabetical Diaries, right there. Cockfight. This was South American. Yeah, I have just the space for you. Except the trouble is, all of these South American and North American books, they're not all going to fit on there. So these are the ones that are going to have to go on those extra shelves. Held by Anne Michaels. I have this shelf right here, which is all books of the First and Second World War. James by Percival Everett. Feels like a modern classic. It feels like it should go alongside The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, but I guess it is modern, it is contemporary, so I'm going to put it up here. Sociopath, that is a memoir, so that's going over here. Oh, I have this new copy of End of the World and Hard-Boiled Wonderland by Murakami. I think I may already have this book. Oh, I don't. Okay, I can add that to the collection if there's space. We may need to remove that one. Oh, I can't, it's too tall. Okay, so we need a short one, that one. And that can just slot in there, which if we put that way, will make space for a new Murakami. Creation Lake by Rachel Kushner. That's a spy novel, so that's gonna go up here with my spy books. Agatha Christie is gonna go there as well. Kind of like detectives and spies, all the good stuff. Okay, this is kind of like Jenga. Is this gonna go? Well, that could have gone better. I just needed this one. This is Spring by Ali Smith. It needs to go with her other books up here. Okay, I made a mess of that. It was going pretty well up to that point, I feel. It's running out of space. This is not good. Like, that's all the space I have for South American literature, but I can fill that like instantly. And now already we're full. And it didn't even take everything from that pile, let alone this one. Okay, we'll do what we can though. This is James Joyce. This I remember was up here. It's a gorgeous edition of A Portrait of the Artist. One of my friends from Paris got me. That is a Penguin classic that can go in here. Oh wait, it's W. Somerset Maugham, and I have other books by him. Oh, it's literally right there. It's next to it. Perfect. Side by side. Clytemnestra's Bind. That is going to go alongside my other Greek mythology. In fact, I have another Clytemnestra book. I think it was up here. Okay, it's also in that pile. Okay, they can go together to maximize space. Aha, there we go. Okay. A little bit of problem solving is always required. Unfortunately, there's just no space at the top. For all of these gorgeous hardback editions, it's gonna have to squeeze. Could fit a skinny hardback. This one's quite skinny. Yeah, I need to do this expansion ASAP Rocky. Franny and Zooey by J.D. Salinger. That's just gonna slot in right there. Alongside If on a Winter's Night, A Traveller by Italo Calvino. This is the only Italo Calvino book I have, but I would like to change that. Just trying not to really buy books at the moment because, you know, as you can see, I have a lot of books. Good thing we got Captain Obvious here to keep us in the loop. 2 more romance books. But is there space for 2 more romance books? There is. These are my most colourful shelves by far because for some reason romance books are designed to look like they're for children. Like the cartoonification of romance books should be studied. Actually, there's an amazing visual essay online that tracks the development of romance covers from what they called bodice rippers, where it'd be like a man with 6-pack abs to these sort of more like cartoony covers. Yeah, having real people on book covers has really declined in favor of cartoons. Oh God, they just keep going. It's like the best problem to have, but it's still a problem. I need to expand like yesterday. See, there's loads of space here. These are my Korean books. Well, that's a Korean one right there, so that can go in straight away. Well, I can get another Shyla Hetty book to go alongside her other one. That's just there. I Kissed Shara Wheeler. I hate the front cover, but I love the spine. So good thing it's spine out. I kind of do love when people present their books, like with some of them facing outwards. I've never done that. I don't really have the space to do that as much as I would like to. Because the thing is, each of these books is like a work of art. The cover design is a work of art. You know, like look at these ones. They're so beautiful. Oh, Mammoth. This can go alongside Boulder, which is its prequel. East of Eden and Jamaica Kincaid with Annie John. These two need to go on the classic shelf. I just have to move the book trolley ever so slightly. Oh God. I think I've actually made more of a mess than what I started with. Well, I could put some things onto the book trolley. Like I think I could use the book trolley for kind of like my TBR. I do really like how it looks with these penguin little cloth-bound classics though. I guess I could use these 2 shelves. Right now they're kind of just random storage. I feel like that's a problem for future me. That's another video. I'll do that at some point. Ooh, there's loads of dust back there. Okay, I'm definitely gonna come in with the Hoover once we're done. It's never over. Okay, I'm gonna make some piles within the piles, which sounds like a waste of time, and might be, but I do think it would be useful to have all of the big hardbacks together, the ones that need to go on the top shelves once I install them, because then these ones are all out of the way, like Lessons by Ian McEwan, Evil Eye by Itaf Rum, The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, Seasonal Crime, Slaughterhouse 5, that's going on this shelf right here. Identified the perfect little slot for it. The Full Moon Coffee Shop, I think this is Japanese. Oh, there's a space, okay, cool. I was gonna say, as we've gathered, I think there's not a lot of room here, but the space opened up. Oh, some of these are books I wanted to get rid of, those ones. I usually take the books that I don't need anymore to the office with my team, and I just put them all on the table and I just say, help yourself. I turn up to the office with a suitcase every now and then just full of books, and I'm like, take your pick, you guys. Maybe I'll film next time I gather together some books so you can kind of see which books. It's mostly just when I have duplicate copies of things, which happens quite a lot. You know, like I buy a copy and then a publisher sends me one as well, which is very, very fortunate. I feel like the luckiest person in the world, and I mostly just want to share that luck with the people who work so hard to help me do this, you know, on like the contracts and stuff that I don't know what I'm doing there. I've been signed to the same management agency for 6 years. I'm actually moving to a new one in like a month. Big changes, you know, like big life changes. It feels really odd. It feels like moving schools or something, like working with a whole new team. But I'm excited to just have fresh ideas, some fresh takes on my content and how I can maximize my output, you know, of some of the works of Samuel Johnson. I have a little shrine to him up here. Oh, that makes sense. That's why there was a space for Slaughterhouse 5. There actually wasn't a space. That book was just hiding in a pile. Okay, so this needs to go somewhere else. Some little novellas here. Okay, that will go right there. Oh, Vanity Fair. And there's another one that looks just like this in one of these piles. But where? That came from up here on the classic shelf. Anyone's Ghost. Okay, I know I have 2 copies of this book. That is going in the pile of books for my new team. I'm nervous. I feel like I have to make a good first impression, like going to the office. I'm gonna be like, here are some books. Always gotta stay on brand, you know? And of course, when any of my friends come over, they always leave with a book. Anne of Green Gables. I feel came from one of these shelves, but which one? Because there's no space. I've found some space. By pushing quite hard. Oh God, no, I can feel the spine. Okay, that's not gonna fit. Dios mio. Oh God. Okay, here are the Korean books that were missing from that shelf. Your Utopia, I Went to See My Father. These 2 both translated by Anton Her, and this one written by Anton Her. They go in my little shrine to Anton over here. I have so many of his translations. And although his book is written in English, not Korean, I wanted to put it alongside his other translations. It just felt right. Otherwise, it felt like separating siblings, you know? The X-Hex, I guess that was on the romance shelf. It's gonna be a bit of a squeeze. Oh, it doesn't fit. This is a disaster. We gotta expand. At least this is confirming to me that I actually can't keep this tidy until I expand. I'm gonna condense the pile down though. Oh, Christopher Isherwood book, missing from my big Isherwood collection over here. This is Goodbye to Berlin. This is what the musical Cabaret is based on. Ooh, Stag Dance by Tori Peters. I loved her first book, Detransition Baby. I'm very excited to read this one as well, because I think she is a genius and has these like really nuanced conversations about trans rights, but coming from a place of compassion and understanding as a trans woman herself. Ah, there's the book I was looking for before. The Fall of the House of Usher and Other Stories by Edgar Allan Poe. As you know, I am an Edgar Allan ho, and that one sits pride of place on the top shelf over here. Favorites is another romance. Oh God, I'm gonna need an extra romance shelf, I think. And then, oh, another Anton Her translation. This is Counterweight. Good thing I've got space for it over here. Open-Minded is meant to be on the LGBT shelf. I kind of color-coded this one. Okay, I think that kind of, yeah, that's a good segue from red into orange into yellow. I feel like that one is more red than these ones. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Oh, that looks good. Did you notice the rainbow shelf in the background of the videos? Wow, I think my arse was dangerously close to that open flame. Another Japanese book, the Kamigawa Food Detectives. That's going in there. Oh, another Korean book and another Japanese book. Okay, I think that is the Japanese shelf at max capacity and the Korean shelf also getting there. You're Embarrassing Yourself. That's gonna go on this shelf right here. Should go on my bedside table just as a daily reminder. Stoneyard Devotional. I support women's rights. I also support women's wrongs. Oh, it's like just the right height for this shelf. Or maybe it's slightly too tall. Oh no, it's like exactly. Bosh. Erasure by Percival Everett. Oh, look at that little gap for it right there. Perfect. I remember exactly where that came from. Ooh, what's this one? On the Road by Jack Kerouac. Well, that's a modern classic, but is there space for it? Take a shot every time I say that and you'll be hammered. Oh, you know what? Right in there. Luckily, it's just a small guy. Dom Kazmaro. You can go right in here. Oh wow, this is very warm right by this candle. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. God, this is like extreme mode. Another Japanese book. Luckily, it's very, very thin and can just about squeeze. Okay, that is at max capacity for sure. Ooh, another Ali Smith book, Public Library. Well, it must join its sisters over here. Oh, some space on this shelf. Ooh, a Clarice Lispector book. I have a little shrine to her. Down. I literally had my hand exactly on it. My hand just carried me to Clarice. I know so many of you guys from Brazil were so excited to see that I've been diving into her work. And I love it. I think she's one of the best writers ever. I guess I have some questions for you. Could go up here with the kind of true crime books, more hardbacks. And then at this point, we might have to call it a day. The rest of them might need to be restacked. I did the best I could. Skippy Dies. This is quite a thick one. Oh, it's too tall for that shelf. Maybe this one? Too thick for that shelf. Rutroll Raggy. Aha, there's a space right there. Oh yeah. Ooh, Simone de Beauvoir, Very Easy Death. Where's my other Simone de Beauvoir book? There. Luckily, this one's very, very, very slim. Oh, just. Yes. It's kind of become like a challenge now. It feels like a reward every time something actually fits. Okay. The rest are just gonna have to be piled up. All right, you know, I feel like it kind of went down. Kind of. You know what? I will accept kind of today. That's enough for me. Hardbacks. Pile. Small hardbacks. And paperbacks. I just wonder what this sounds like for my downstairs neighbors. You know, like, is this really noisy when I'm shuffling books around all the time? I hope not. Look, I have the new Jenny Mustard book, What a Time to Be Alive, and the new Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie book, Dream Count. I know I'm gonna be on everyone's rob list. I know that. I gotta bolt my windows shut tonight. Oh, this is like an arc, Sleeping Children. You know, sometimes I'm looking around thinking, I've never seen these books before. Mongrel, Hanako Footman, so good. This one I'm so excited about, Half-Assed Human by my friend Lena Norms. So buzzing for her, I'm so proud of her. Again, like seeing your friends doing the thing they are destined to do is just the coolest. Happy stories mostly. I'm so excited to read this. I was on a panel with Norman in Bali and the way they spoke was, I was like, I just want to absorb all of your wisdom. So I'm gonna do that by reading that book. The heart is deceitful Above All Things. Such a corker of a title. This one is a book I got for Christmas. It's called What Writers Read. 35 writers on their favourite book. Isn't that cool? So you have writers like Nick Hornby, Anne Patchett, David Nichols, Marion Keyes, Deborah Levy, Elif Shafak, Lisa Taddeo, Elizabeth Day, Damon Galgut, William Boyd, Ruth Ozeki, Tessa Hadley, George the Poet, Ali Smith, Billy Alderton, Jojo Moyes, etc., sharing their favourite books. My brother got me that for Christmas, which I thought was so nice. Very thoughtful gift, you know? Oh, and then my mum got me this one, Sylvia Plath's Tomato Soup Cake, classic authors' favourite recipes. If you're wondering what to get for a book lover when you don't know what books they may already have, there's two tips from my family. They smashed it out of the park. I was so buzzing with those. With Matt Haig, The Life Impossible, Emergency Misinterpretation, The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I feel like that pile is gonna fall over. Somehow still going. Oh, I love this title, Walking Through Clear Water in a Pool Painted Black. But then again, if your name is Cookie Mueller, I feel like you're destined to be famous anyway. Like, what a great name. I wonder if that's a stage name. Another great title, Tender as the Flesh. Hair and Power, Essays on Control and Freedom. I thought that sounded so interesting. This one's called Gold Rush, Things We Never Got Over. This is like classic book talk book. I've just never got around to reading it. Aha, there's the other Ali Smith book, Autumn. Hopefully I left enough space for it. I did. And that completes that collection up there. Oh, this was an advanced copy I was sent, Open Heaven. I met the editor of this book at a party and he was like, you're gonna love this book. I need to send it to you. Susanna Clarke, The Wood at Midwinter. That was my Christmas read. My favourite girlfriend was a French bulldog. Such fun titles. Oryx and Crate. This is one of the best book covers ever, The Novelist. It's a shame the book kind of sucked. Oh, The Christmas Tree Farm. I was wondering where that was. I unfortunately don't have space on the romance shelf anymore, but that's one I'm definitely expanding. We're gonna have 3 romance shelves instead of 2 in the next iteration of my bookshelves. Do Not Call the Tortoise is a book by the bookseller at Hay Festival, Gareth. It's always such a treat when I see him there every year, every time I go back to Hay Festival. And he mans the bookshelves. Oh. This is my #1 book of the year. Making YouTube videos, star in your own video, from the creators of For Dummies. I think that was a Secret Santa present I got one time. The Bad Girl. I've heard many good things about this book, but I can't help but thinking of that thing when it's like, I'm not your Cinderella, I'm your bad Cinderella, you know? These ones are so jazzy. Actually, I think I have space for them up there. Oh, I do. Okay, we're gonna take those 2, put them up there. Sitting pretty. Oh my God, that shook the whole bookcase. And then that can go 1 shelf lower. Perfect. Okay, we're making some movements here. Just gonna move. Just gonna move these over, because I gotta make room. Oh my God. I mean, when I put them like this, it doesn't really look like there was much progress. But you watched it happen. And now we return the chair to its rightful spot. I sort of use the ladder as like a little coffee table. It's an improvement for sure. And you guys know how hard I fought to have this chair in my home library. Those of you who watch the Home Library Diaries, you get it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it was kind of comforting to watch. It was relaxing to do, I will say, and I felt like I had company the whole time, so that was nice. I will catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.